guys, it's another episode of The Well with Shan. I hope you are enjoying our video and podcast series. Today is just a 101 on codependency. And this is a buzzword that you hear a lot, maybe in your circle. I know we talk about it all the time in my circle. What exactly is codependency? And the short answer that I would have for you is a relationship addiction. A relationship addiction. So just as this was formed in the context of alcoholism, recognizing that the person who's an addict has an addiction to drugs or alcohol, and the person who is codependent with them is the person who has an addiction to the addict. Another way of saying this is I need to be needed, and I posture myself in roles and in places and in positions that need my help. Now, I'm going to tell you that Enneagram 2s are absolutely from the get-go birth by design and by nature nurture predisposed to codependency. Almost all of us have this kind of tendency. But codependency isn't just for the 2. It can be anybody who has a people-pleasing tendency or grew up in a kind of home or situation or relationship where you were needed and you liked it. You liked feeling that neededness. It can be an easy way to start to set up some idolatry where rather than God being God, I want to be God. I want to be God in your life. I want to be first. I want to be foremost. I want you to see my value because that's the way I'm getting it, is through your information and through helping you. That's one way that it can show up. There's a lot of other ways as well, but the person who might have some of the symptomology for this is going to be folks who have low self-esteem, folks who really are prone to not knowing what they think, not knowing what they feel, deferring, and oftentimes a place where the tendency for not being able to communicate what I want or need is not showing up in the relationship. There's just this deference to whatever you want. Now, let me say this. In Christian circles, we are a perfect storm. And here's why. The scripture has all kinds of things to say about preferring others better than ourselves and giving and turning the other cheek. And of course, those scriptures are true. But when they are not teased out with the kind of understanding of what codependency is, which is what I'm talking about, when those two tensions are not held in a way that parses through the difficulties of it, Christian circles can be ripe for codependency. We're going to talk about this more in future episodes, and I actually would need to do a podcast to really pull it apart. But as you are starting to look at this tendency, examine yourself and see, are those some of the traits that I actually might struggle with? And is it possible that I need to learn more about the codependent cycle? If so, freedom can be yours, but it is a difficult journey. And just like breaking free from addiction, that can be the sort of painful journey that is involved in codependency. The beautiful part is as you spread out your net of relationships, as you learn how to recognize what you think, what you feel, and to express what you think or feel so that there's mutuality, so that there's reciprocity in your relationships, so that you're no longer posturing yourself as the one who is the giver, always, 100% of the time, then you start to find that the trenches and the clutches of codependency start to ease out of your bones and blood. Folks, comment below on this issue. It's such a nuanced, complex thing. I want to see you free. I want to be free from codependency. Your Shanspiration of the day: God is God, not me or you, and we don't have to be needed. Enjoy your day and come back next time for more of the Well with Shan.